guys. Hi, everybody. I'm coming to you from Mountain Terrace, Washington. Just coming with a vlog. I'm going to do two today, but we'll do one and then we'll do another one and have a little discussion here. And so I hope they'll be helpful and insightful. But, over the weekend, my husband and I were traveling over to Most Lake with his family reunion, and we were just talking about some stuff regarding dating and things like that. And as you know, when I met my husband, I was 37, so I was a little older. And I talk a little bit about dating, but more in the older set kind of thing. I don't usually talk about dating when it comes to being younger. It's been a long time since I've been young and dating. And so those things I'm not familiar with. Young people are another subject, kind of another thing and stuff. But older people, a lot of us are divorced. Many haven't gotten married yet, and people are still dating at later and later ages and finding mates and getting married and things like that. And still single and stuff and dating. But I wanted to talk about something that I've seen myself and just thought was just, and I've always thought it was kind of weird, is dating potential men. And I don't mean potential as in will potentially date or anything like that. I mean potential men as in he has potential. And when I met my husband at 37 and I was looking for somebody, I had a couple of things I was specifically looking for. Potential men were not on the list. I was not looking to try to date someone at the age of 37 who had potential. At that point, you should have some results. And I had results. I had done some things. I had, been some places. I traveled. I had 2 degrees. I had a career that I had and things like that. So I had reached some goals and done some things, and stuff. And so when my husband found me, he found someone who had some results, something to back it up, some experience, some knowledge, some wisdom, some stuff like that. And I've been noticing this thing of women who are dating men, and we're not talking about, we're not talking about women in their 20s. Because when in your 20s, it's okay to date potential. When you're in your early 20s, that's the time to date potential. A guy may be in college, or he may be in school. He may be, reaching for a goal of finishing school or something like that, and you two both have potential. You really, neither one of you have much life experience, and you two both are trying to reach your potential and goals together. Which is appropriate. That's okay. But when a man is 30 or 35 or 40, that's not the time to be okay with him having potential. And I have heard many women talk about a man that they're dating and they're saying, "Oh, he's got so much potential," and he's like 40 years old, and I'm like, "What? What is that about?" At 40, whatever potential you had, if you haven't reached, you probably may not reach it. By the time you hit, you're 10 years off of 50. So, you're getting older, and the truth of the matter is, it's not as if a bunch of businesses hire older men. They don't. You have a shelf life when it comes to career and potential and stuff like that. So when I met my husband, he had been working as an engineer for, at that point, for 5 years. He'd been working as an engineer, and he had gotten out of school, got his degree. He had worked. A regular job for about 2 years until he got his first engineering job. And then he got his first engineering job about the age of 30. And then he went and he was an engineer, and stuff. And so by the time I met him, he had accomplished something. He had gotten his degree. He was he's about midway in his career and stuff, and doing really well and really good at what he does. So I wasn't worried about, oh, when is he going to reach his potential, his full potential, because he already had some results to back it up. So had I, and I wasn't looking for potential. I was looking for results, some hard and fast results. I wasn't looking for a man who was dreaming about what he wanted to do at 40, and stuff. Oh, I'm thinking about, and he hadn't really, and the fact is, he hadn't really done anything previously. It would be different if he had done something previously and maybe was making a career change. But many, many of the men that I'm talking about, women are talking about having their potential, haven't done anything, and now all of a sudden at 40, they're talking about doing something, but really aren't doing anything to make it happen. And I don't really know what it is about women and potential men. We want to believe the best. Many women just want to believe the best about everybody. That's just, I don't know. It's something about our nature. We just seem to want to believe the best about everybody. And although we're seeing something totally different, we still want to believe the best. I can't, I knew that when I started dating my husband, at that time when I was 37, if I really didn't like stuff about him, if there was stuff about him that I was just, it was not going to work for me, if there were things that were bothering me so much that I thought that I would have to change him, or I'd have to adjust him, or do something, do some kind of finagling with him, I wouldn't have dated him. I wanted to be able to accept him just for who he was at that point, and stuff. I wasn't doing any finagling. I wasn't trying to mold people. I wasn't trying to make people over. And that's essentially what happens with many women who end up with men with potential. Is that they think that, well, I can make him something else, and I can really motivate him, and I could change him, and I see all the potential he has, and maybe if we work together, we can, reach it together, and yeah, no, okay. People have to want to change on their own. If a person doesn't want to change on their own, then they don't really want to change, okay? I can't make anybody do anything for themselves that they don't want to do for themselves. I can't make you want something for yourself that you don't want. If you don't want it, then how am I going to make you want it? And stuff. And so if I was to meet a man and he had, he had kind of no goals, no anything, and I saw maybe, oh, well, he has the potential to do this, or stuff that, kind of, people will in general talk about, yeah, I really like this, or I really like that, and stuff like that. That would be a sign, that would have been a sign for me to end that conversation, or in that, after that date, not to date him again, and stuff. But I see women continue and continue. I see women in actual long-term relationships with people that they're talking about who have potential. Never in my life at this point would you ever hear me look at my husband and say, oh, he's got potential. No, he's an engineer. That's what he does. I'm very happy with what he does. He's very happy with what he does. Now, at some point, he may want to change in career. He may want to do something else. But, right now, I'm not trying to make him into somebody else. I'm not trying to do anything else with him. I'm not trying to, mold him into somebody I need for him to be. I don't really have time for that. I'm a grown person and he's a grown person. I'm not his mom. I'm his wife. And so, that wasn't my job. That's not my job with a grown man. They need to know what they need to do, and they need to do it. And I know what I need to do, and I need to do it. We never had that sort of conversation, and I'm just sending this out, and I don't know if this will reach somebody or somebody. I'm sending this out to women who are thinking about dating, or who have dated somebody, or are dating someone, and they're saying he's got potential. Yeah, by the time somebody reaches 30, they shouldn't have potential. Really, they should be moving on into making some results and something, and making something out of their lives for someone to see and say, hey, he does such and such, or he does this, or, he's doing that. Not this thing of still in la la dreamland, trying to dream about maybe what I want to do, or how I want to do it, or all that stuff. No, nobody can take care of children and a household on potential. It's not going to work like that. You do need some results at some point, to be able to take care of a wife and a family. You have to have some results. You have to be doing something. You have to be already there. And I'm not, I'm just, I don't know, I'm just saying what I know to be true, especially about trying to change people. You are wasting your time. You are wasting good energy trying to change someone or hoping that love will change somebody and make somebody into something brand new. I would please ask that people stop asking love to do the impossible. Okay? There's stuff that love can do, and there's stuff that love can't do. And you just loving somebody is not going to make them want to change. Change is a inner thing. Change is something you have to want to do yourself. Maybe him loving his family enough will want, or loving the woman he's with enough will make him want to change, and stuff. But you loving somebody is not going to make anybody want to do anything. It's not gonna make anybody incredibly have this come to Jesus moment and then, change their lives. You need to know that. That's not, that's a waste of your time. Either you find him the way you want him, okay, when you find him, he's the way you want him and stuff, or, or either you just suffer while he just straggles along and drags you along too. It's either one. Don't really matter to me. It's not my life. But don't expect for someone to change just because you think they need to change, or you decided that some change needs to come over them. That's not how change works. I got my husband exactly the way I wanted him, and stuff, and he's wonderful. He's a wonderful man, and he's a wonderful husband. And I'm really happy that he's my husband, But if I would have seen anything in him that I started feeling this compelling need to want to adjust or change, then I would know that something is not right about this potential matchup. But I didn't see anything like that. So stop dating potential, ladies. Ladies in their 30s and late 30s, 40s, you're dating. Don't date potential. Don't let some man start, sweet talking you or talking about how he's gonna do such and such. Listen, I don't believe in talk. Anybody can talk. People talk all day long. It's talk. Anybody can talk. I believe in results. I believe in seeing stuff. You have to be doing stuff for me to believe that you're actually doing it and stuff. So, all that talk and all that sweet talk, to get you into a relationship or into bed or whatever. And then the next thing you know, years have passed and time has wasted while you're waiting for him to get himself together or whatever, or you're waiting on his potential to be realized and stuff. And you're tired, haggard, frustrated, hurt, bitter, angry, and stuff. What it's a no-win situation for you. And it's just a little warning going out. If you want to do that, that's your choice. But I'm just saying something because of something I've seen with people and the potential men that they have in their lives that have been there, in the same state of potential, in the same state of potential for years and years and years with no results. And there's just, the tragedy and chaos of that relationship. That's all that's there for them. So that's just something I just wanted to say, and so I will see you guys next blog video and stuff. So bye for now. Bye.